Alright guys, time for another update video. After spending almost not quite 6 months in Penang, there comes a time to say goodbye. In this video, I'll show you how we spent the remainder of our time in Penang, show you the apartment we lived in, and also give you a hint so that you can try and guess our next destination. Let's get started. We came to Malaysia almost 9 months ago, and just a few days after arriving, we went into lockdown when we were in the Cameron Highlands. We spent 3 months there, really enjoyed the cool weather in the mountains and the people there, but then when interstate travel was reopened, we moved to Penang and loved it so much that we stayed much longer than we have ever stayed anywhere else before. So many great activities there. Look at this sunset over Penang. This is amazing. So this historic building is a clan house, sort of a community center for Hokkien society. Penang is famous for its food, and it doesn't get any better than this. One of the things we did during our last few weeks in Penang was visit the Blue Mansion. During our tour, we learned so much about the history of this house, the story of the owner going from dirt poor to super wealthy, how the mansion was abandoned after the owner's death, and how it was restored back to its former glory. Yeah, I could live here. This is a pretty nice house if you ask me. The next thing we did was go to Penang's Wonder Food Museum, and I'll be honest with you, I had heard about this, and before we even got there, I thought this museum was just going to be completely silly. But you know what? We really enjoyed it. And yes, it was silly. I love chendol. If this was real, I would eat the whole thing. But this was also a bit educational to us. We learned a lot about Malaysian food, the ingredients that go into the food, the history of the food, and I have to say, this turned out to be a very fun and great experience. We have seen many beautiful mosques as we have traveled around Malaysia, but never had the opportunity to go inside because of limitations to visitors due to COVID. And so when we saw this sign outside the Tariq Ayer Mosque, we thought this would be a great opportunity to visit. This is a small mosque. We learned a lot about the role of the mosque itself, how the prayer times are determined, and the practices of the Islamic religion. We also went to a marvelous Christmas concert. I couldn't take video, so I don't have much to show you here, but we really enjoyed this. The 12 Days of Christmas song was especially fun because they modified the lyrics to make them relevant to Penang. And when the Here Comes Santa Claus song was performed, Santa came out and gave gifts to the children in the audience. We had tried to go to the Thai Buddhist temple several times, but it had been closed due to COVID, so we were excited when we finally got a chance to visit. This temple was really impressive. There is a reclining Buddha 33 meters long. It's one of the largest reclining Buddhas in the world. Look at the size of this, guys. This is massive. The other temple we visited was the Kek Lok Si Temple. This is one of the most spectacular temples we have seen in Southeast Asia, if you ask me. The temple complex is spread out over a huge hill, and each level of the hill had something interesting to see. We kind of got tired of climbing the hill, so we used the funiculars, and the very top of the hill contains a statue of Guan Yin, the goddess of mercy, 12 stories tall. And I want to give a quick shout out to Evelyn's popcorn shop at the base of this temple. Look it up if you come here. The popcorn is fantastic. Alright, let me show you the apartment we lived in for almost 6 months. This is the biggest apartment we have ever had. 3 bedrooms. The kitchen is huge. We could even do our laundry here. And we even had an oven, so we did a lot of baking while we were there. The best thing about this apartment was the balcony, where we would eat our meals and see the beautiful sunset. We also loved the cooler breeze that would blow through. We had an ocean in front of us and the trees on the mountain behind us, which I think really made a noticeable difference in the temperature. We found that we were comfortable without needing to run the air conditioner. There's a beautiful swimming pool, which, it was closed for part of the time here due to COVID, but when it opened, I definitely made good use of it. The price we paid for this apartment was around 2,200 ringgit per month. That includes all the utilities, the internet, the cleaning fees. Another thing we really liked about it is that we could go down to the beach, only about a 5-minute walk. Sometimes we would walk down at the end of the day and just sit and watch the water and the people. The only downside to this apartment was that there was only a very small mini market that was within walking distance. But we didn't mind taking the bus. The bus system in Penang is very easy to use, and the bus prices are so low it's unbelievable. It was only a little bit over RM1 to take the bus to Tesco each way to buy our groceries. Even though we loved our apartment in Penang, there also comes a time to say goodbye and move on. There's so much more of Malaysia that we want to see, and we are so thankful that we're being allowed to stay in Malaysia right now. Here's a quick preview of our next destination. If you know where this is, leave a comment below, and be sure to check back to our YouTube channel because we will have a full video on this destination coming soon.